And I still don't understand how people are having a difficult time with scrolling past something, especially when it's obviously something that you disagree with or don't believe in. Like, y'all better than me, because if I see somebody I don't like, I'm not going to follow them. I'm not going to like them. I'm not going to go in their comment section. But people come up in my space, my little side of the internet, aggressive as hell, masculine as hell, whether they female or not, and then look at me and claim I'm hostile. Have you noticed that the people who need therapy the most will tell us to go to therapy? But them not going to therapy is causing us to have to go to therapy? You are not invited here. You chose to be here. Some of y'all I love to see, others not so much. It's the people who know they don't like me that consistently post every day on everything I post all day. They have a comment, they have an opinion, they have something to say. It's a part of life to disagree. But for some reason, when someone doesn't agree with something that I say, they're doing everything humanly possible to coerce me into believing whatever it is that they believe. There's this magical thing that people do. I don't know if you heard of it, but it's called being an individual. And the benefits of being an individual is that you get to think independently, and then you get to experience the consequences of those decisions. So even if your opinion is unpopular, like mine is all the time, it's still your choice. It's still you doing the best you can for you. And guess what? I'm gonna clap you on for it. Some people may think I'm crazy, but I have enough sense to value my opinion without needing the validation of others. Learn from me. I am the most unorthodox life coach you will ever meet, okay? So I'm here to talk to you about what I believe and what my opinions are. So you can follow me or you cannot. That's up to you. If you think I'm a coconut, you think my elevator don't go to the top floor, I'm okay with that. I own my crazy.
This is Sanseree. This is the woman that they're saying faked her death. Some people say 2 times, but now they're saying that she actually has passed away. And I want to play a video of people talking about her and what actually happened.
When I filed for government assistance because my son's father left me to die in a damn hotel.
Okay, that sounds like victimhood to me. Oh, and before we get started, this is the same woman that literally faked her death on TikTok. Just type in Sanseree Monique fakes her own death and you'll see it yourself. And she did it for attention.
I won't condemn Sanseree even if she's faking her again this time, because there's something else going on. I know that based on my own past that I have needed and still do need healing. I'm going to choose to have compassion. I honestly don't know what is going on. They say that on January 15th, 2026, that she took her last breath, but we don't know. So I'm going to play this video for you and tell me if to you this seems right.
Listen, let me say this real quick. This is unfortunate that it seems like, and Tanya TKO is going to call either the mortuary or wherever that this lady's body is supposed to be, and she's going to talk to the people where they're going to confirm that this lady did pass away. And it's unfortunate that people didn't believe it because she's faked it before. So now that it actually happened, there are people who are still in denial and people didn't believe it. And so this is why I say too, when you lie a lot, nobody's ever going to believe you. When you tell nothing but lies, people are going to know you're going to be known as a liar. People are not going to believe a word you say, even if it's 100% legit. So this is why even though this is social media and people are doing things just for content and just for hype, I do also want to say, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I might be contradicting myself. I don't know. Let me know, y'all. Y'all can hold me accountable. It is what it is. But I think you have to have some type of authenticity, right? You have to have something that's real about you. Because if everything is fake about you and it's all just fake for content, you will put any type of message out there. You're going to go wherever the wind blows. You're going to say whatever is popular, whatever people want to hear. And I think that could be a slippery slope. Nobody's going to, this is how people, don't take you seriously. I think you have to stand for something. You know what I mean? You have to have some kind of boundaries. You can't just do whatever for clout, because now, once again, when you switch up like that, people don't believe you then. People don't take you seriously. People just know that whatever you're doing is for clout, that it's not real. And then when you truly, really try to engage with people and get a real, I guess, response from them, it's hard to do at some point because people don't know whether to take you seriously. Is this for clout? Is this for content? Or is this really how you feel? Really, now it just, so that's where I think it's a slippery slope when you do that.
One of the things that really stands out to me is that Sanseree was perpetrating a fraud on her page with highly enhanced photographs, making her look a very different way than she actually looked in real life. Like, I just, this is, and then she has some AI photos of her and some man. And she has some, yeah, this whole thing is just very interesting. And my bad to the people who think that I seem insensitive. I honestly don't know what to make of this situation. I'll tell you why. I mean, so like this, who is this? Like if a person is not comfortable enough to be themselves, like be real, show their real body and not some AI generated version of themselves, right? What else is fake? I'm just saying that there's a pattern here. So we're going to look at the GoFundMe, then we're going to look at what other people have said. So this is the GoFundMe. Someone is saying she has passed away. Has she? The obituary says 1980 to January 15th, 2026. She said her mother died on January 13th. She uploaded a video saying that her mother had passed away. And Tribute Archive says January 15th, 2026. Somebody is saying that she was brain dead. If she didn't have the official, if she was still being kept alive on life support and the hospital had not declared her dead, she was not taken off of life support, why did her, like, that's not making sense. Video, and the daughter's laughing in the video. And so I'm like, what is going on here?
If you have any other questions, give us a call back. But just to finalize it, yes, it is, everything is legit. And she actually 100% did pass away.
Oh,
did
wow.
Did I see the body? Yes. So the answer is yes.
Oh.
So it wasn't a situation where she was picked up by our team. She was cremated by our team. Like, you know, it was legit.
I remember that there was this content creator, a Black woman, who would use AI images of herself, AI videos of herself. And she is actually a plus size woman, but the AI avatar looked different than what she looks like. And as I went on YouTube to find this person, I remembered, oh, that's right. Her name is Sanseree, and her YouTube channel name is Black Macho. And I go to one of her videos. I noticed that she hadn't posted in a while. I click on one of her videos, and in the comment section, I see RIP. And I'm seeing all of this RIP, you know, rest in peace. And I'm like, huh? And I also see that she hadn't made a video in a couple months. So then I started to do some digging to figure out, is she really gone? And I find out that apparently and allegedly she faked her before, and I put that in quotations because according to her, she did not fake her death. According to her, she was taking a break from social media, and she admits that it was irresponsible of her given the fact that she has over 250,000 subscribers on YouTube and many other followers across other platforms. She admits that that was irresponsible. But the Black YouTube space interpreted her being gone and off of social media as her faking her death. And I believe her, as she said, Sanseree said her social media manager, I think, made a post saying that she was gone. Sanseree sounds like she may have known that that post was made and she did not correct said misinformation because she was taking a break from social media. All of this tainted Sanseree's reputation as someone who is not particularly credible. Now this happened, this, you know, alleged faking of her happened a few years ago. And I remember discovering her during the pandemic. This was before I got on YouTube. I would see some of her YouTube shorts from time to time. Her face was just a familiar face. And although I didn't really watch a lot of her content, I knew she was in the love and relationship space. And from time to time, her videos would pop up. I mean, a lot of her videos, the algorithm serves a lot of her videos to Black women and Black men. And she did have a relationship with the Black YouTube space. She has a video with Mumia Obsidian Ali. They did a collab. She also talks about trying to collab with O'Shea Duke Jackson. O'Shea Duke Jackson has a couple of videos about her, if not more. She did Tonight's Conversation. So she's been in the space, in the love and relationship space. And a lot of people know who she is within the Black YouTube space. And a lot of viewers have seen her. So you all probably do know who she is inadvertently.
Yeah.
So my first thought was, why isn't this something that's more publicized, more known?
And shout out to, I think her name is pronounced Nika. Shout out to her. I've seen some of her content as well. Shout out to her. You know, I think I think this woman, and if I'm not mistaken, that's how I remember her. She spoke on Kevin Samuels. I don't think she was really fond of Kevin Samuels as much. And I remember her saying things, you know, against Kevin Samuels. And I think a lot of her content, while it may have been popular, because I've definitely seen her face and probably have reacted to one of her videos. If I'm not mistaken, but I've definitely seen her in the space, and you know, she had a lot to say. And maybe I think it's because a lot of people weren't either. There are still some people who were unfamiliar with her, and there was still people who didn't probably agree with her take, or didn't agree with, you know, what she was saying. And you know how it is on in these spaces. If people don't like what you're saying, then they don't like you. And they're not too fond of you, and they either don't want to repost you, or either they'll take it the way they went with Kevin Samuels. You know, they laughed and was dancing on that man's grave basically because they didn't like what he had to say. So either they'll go that route, or if they don't agree with you, then they just are not bothered by it, or don't feel endeared to post you or in a positive way or whatever. So yeah, and then maybe there was just people who just were unfamiliar with her. Because I see a lot of y'all on here, y'all don't know who she is, but I wasn't too familiar with everything. I was hearing people saying that she faked her. I did hear that, and I was hearing people saying that she was married, she was in a relationship, she had a baby for a married man. That's what I kept hearing. I've been hearing people talk about, but I really didn't know anything about her. So I really still don't know anything about her. I just knew that because that's the only thing that I was hearing, and it was like, you know, basically not taking her seriously because of her actions. And you know, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when people know certain things about you and it's not something that they really are into, they have a negative outlook on you if you're doing things that seems to be out of character, or things that just seems to be unpopular or whatever. And so I don't think people like the fact that she was, because this is what they talked about. They didn't like the fact that she was married, fooling with a married man, had a baby by a married man. She even talked about it, if I'm not mistaken. She did a video about the relationship she had with the man, and it wasn't great, but she had a baby by him, and just a lot of stuff, you know. And so people remember that part of her, but I don't think they, you know, it is not something that they celebrate or want to, you know what I mean? So it's just unfortunate though that she is no longer here, allegedly, because that's what they're saying now. Tanya TKO was talking to, I guess, the people at the, you know, I don't know if that's the people at the morgue or the people at the wherever, where the lady said she saw her body. So she says she is definitely passed away. I'll say rest in peace to her. You know, that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? I didn't know her very well, but still blessings and love to her family. You know, she has a son, they're saying that she's left, and she has a grown daughter. So, you know, nothing but blessings and love to them. You know, I don't ever want to see people, you know, go out in a certain way or go out at all. But, you know, it's something that we all got to deal with at some point. You know what I mean? But, you know, rest in peace to her. That's all I can say. But I'm not shocked that people didn't believe the lady was dead because she had faked her death. How do you fake your death? You know, I'm always thinking, you know what I mean? I'm always going in the depths of my mind trying to understand the nature of people. I really do. You know, my husband laughs at me, but I'm just like, I'm always trying to understand. Even if I don't understand, I'm trying to understand because I want to understand what makes you tick. What makes you do the things you do? What makes you say the things you say? What would make somebody, but they say it for the money. They saying, you know, because, you know, people, when somebody dies, that's a legitimate reason to go do a GoFundMe. Oh, this person passed away. We need help with the funeral. Or we need help with just finances. And can y'all help? And then you get the money and then you just go shopping, you know? Oh my God. I'm just saying. And I'm like, well, how do you do that? So you could just fake your death and then you just pop back up on social media like nothing happened. So now she's dead. She's died. And nobody knows she's gone. See, that's the ironic part. You faked it, and people were like, "Oh, they know you faked it," and then you pop up, and they're like, "Oh my God, we can't trust you. We don't believe you." And now she's really allegedly gone, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Oh my God. This is why I say you can't play like that.